All aboard the peg train. Once again, baby dolls, I'm bringing you another hot and spicy update. What's going on with pDAI? Well, it seems like the joy has hit zero and the auctions are now playing out as we were so eager to wait for. What I'm going to do now is read for you this post from my friend, Mr. DeFi Pulse Pro. I love your post, sir. Nice, clean, succinct, and smell like a nice hot shower fart. pDAI's flop auctions update. Right now, we are seeing a bit of a song and dance between the pDAI burns via the flop your willy out auctions and the new SYN entries creating fresh depth. So, in a nutshell, the system is working as intended. Remember, friends, there is a depth out there in the system. It was 1.5 billion pDAI. They're like, oh no, how do we pay off the debt? Well, the protocol is coded in. It goes, hey, if the depth is that high, whatever it is, we can make maker tokens. Okay, and then we release them to the market. The maker tokens can be purchased with only one coin. Just like Richard only has one brother, there's only one coin that can be pretty much purchased, right? Not Matty Allen's pDAI, not Richard Hart's JPEG pDAI. It is this pDAI. 1 DOF. 1 for $1. D for dong. 0 for 0 amounts of soy. F for friendship. It's very important, friends. We get it through our heads because I know, and you see me, I talk about that a lot. No, it's extremely important. That's why you got to know what you hold, man, okay? Are you holding a pair of cherries or your own nuts? Don't do that. The cherries will be squashed. So you already got to think, okay, what am I actually doing here in crypto? I'm holding something. I'm holding a coin. Is it just a JPEG picture? JPEG pictures are great, friends. I mean, Doge did 4,000x after the founder sold in 2015, okay? So Doge is cracker JPEG, okay? A meme. It's not just your ordinary meme, though. There is PulseChain Pioneer activity building out the PulseChain city going in the background, right? It's all pointing towards this pDAI, which was the forked pDAI, the one from eDAI, estrogen DAI. This is the P protein version. It can actually pump as well, the pump version. The price chart is around the 1/3 of a cent, right? So people who got rid of their pDAI, I guess people who are watching it very, very closely, they're like, wait a minute, the auction's working as intended. Bang. Market reacts straight away, okay? If we got back to the 005 area here, this is basically recovering all of the Richard Hart FUD. Remember, Richard Hart, in the month of March, did 33 tweets about pDAI. All of it to FUD. Every single one of it. FUD, 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 infinite minting, transaction hash, all of these. I'm not the founder. Sell it. Stop buying. Sell it. Stop buying. That's what he did, okay? So right now, auction lot sizes are still small, around 50K pDAI. Therefore, the burn is small. Wait a minute, Sommy, burn? I thought the inflation was being minted. You thought wrong, my friend. Okay? You thought you were smelling cherries? You had a grown adult male's hairy pair of nuts in your face the whole time. Okay? That's why the blockchain is speech. Go listen to the blockchain. Go look at the blockchain. Now, I get it, friends. I'm not a technical dude either. But I look at a lot of stuff. Something don't add up. Okay? Now, when the crowd is saying this thing's meant to be at 0, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, this is not a coin at 0. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like another chart. Okay? That's where, friends, like, if you're looking at any coin, I know, friends, a lot of humans, we don't look smart, we don't sound smart. Yeah, but the crowd's smart. The crowd is logical. Okay? But you might say, but Sommy, I thought the crowd sells bottoms. Yes. Because the news gets bad, the crowd prices in the bad stuff. Okay? And then when the good news comes, the crowd prices in the good news. It's consistent with pricing stuff in. You don't get amazing good news and the thing's down 99% unless there's like a shockingly important reason fundamentally. Do you get it? But it's a time cycle continuum. It's kind of like, friends, let's say you thought you had a lot of jelly beans in your jar at home. You come home, all the jelly beans are gone. I've eaten them. You start crying. Yeah. In that moment in time, if you could chart your emotions, it'd be down near zero. You're like, oh my gosh, Somi ate all my jelly beans. You know, so there's going to be more jelly beans. Don't you worry. All right. In that moment, you've got a 0 out of 10 rating. Imagine I could buy your emotion. Because I'd bet, okay, you know what, man? He doesn't know. I'm going to go to the store, get more jelly beans. I'll make him happy again. That's markets. Okay? By the way, look at this cycle. Drops. This is pDAI. Drops down here to 555,555x to $1. Comes up here, down, FUD, up, down, FUD, down, FUD, here. You see that? I'm wondering if it's allowed to go up again one day. By the way, that's 10 cents. That'd be beautiful. $1 up there. Okay, so that's what you're doing here, friends. You're looking at the market. You're like, okay, I'm not a technical person, but it seems like there's buyers here. All right, there are people here buying the dip. They must know something. And I know it doesn't sound like super rocket science, but that's actually markets, dude. Literally the oldest market saying, buy low, sell high. And you're looking for price action to confirm it. Friends, you know, people said Bitcoin was going to zero back at the end of 2022. Blackrock was literally buying on their private accounts. All right, now confirmed. We actually saw the accounts. Yeah, they had other secondary wing accounts. They were actually buying. They were buying. Imagine you're sitting there with me. Friends, I was there, literally on the bottom of the FTX collapse. I was like, man, someone knows something. We're running out of sellers. Like, there are people here buying. Things aren't going to zero. They must, but I don't know what they know. People would have said to me, oh, Somi, what do they know? What do they know? I don't know, bro. I don't know. They know something. What do they know, friends? Well, what did BlackRock know? They knew they were going to do the ETF. There you go. All right. That's why when I'm looking at the pDAI price chart, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, okay, there are people standing here. They know something. There isn't infinite minting. Okay, this is not an infinite minting chart. This is a FUD me down to zero and thank you later for switching the weak hands into the strong hands type of chart. That's what it is. So remember, friends, it all started because I told you the burns are small right now, but now that's what the markets react to go, whoa, 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 we thought infinite minting. There's burning? Yes, as I told you so eloquently, friends. Remember, to get the Pokeballs, which is the maker tokens, it only accepts one DOF pDAI, yeah? Once the protocol accepts it, hands you over the maker, it throws this away. It's now deflationary. It burns it. So, meanwhile, new SIN entries resemble the ones we just saw before the joy hit zero. So it's how the MakerDAO thing works. It's more complicated than we all thought. But yeah, I guess that's the marvelous genius of the PulseChain pioneers, you know, who checked it out. It's a cycle. Bad debt. Fees go into the joy. The flogs offset the joy. The joy goes to zero. The flops burn pDAI, and then you repeat. So joy goes down zero. Why? Because you flogged yourself, and then you do your floppy wheelie auction, and it's a floppy wheelie. Why? Because you flogged yourself so hard. Then we have the pDAI burning. Ah, it's burning! Also, friends, some very family-friendly advice. Don't put deep heat on your nuts, okay? I'll tell you a story about, there was an accident one day. I was in tears. I literally had to lay down. I just had the fan on my nuts. Oh, man. This is pain. This is pain like you've never seen before. And by the way, you're probably saying, Somi, why did you put deep heat on your nuts? I put deep heat on something else. I think my forearm. But I scratched my nuts. My brain completely forgot. No, it's an reaction, just like the markets, friends. You see bad news, react without thinking. But with markets, you can actually sit back. With this, I scratched my nuts, and I knew within that 30 seconds, we're in for a ride, my friends. Are there any signs of a bad actor? Could be actee. One wallet is clearly dominating the bids, but there are no direct signs of bad acting yet. So what would a bad actor do? They could try to take the tokens and screw everybody else and like do something, I think. They could like take them and go, ha, I've got useless governance tokens. I can do something. Okay, sell them for your $40 or whatever. So part of the Richard Hart genius. The non-founder. What really matters? Supply deflation. We're seeing early signs of this. Any major inflation would be a red flag and signal potential malicious behavior. So let's actually crank it a bit. Because friends, we talk about the narrative. The narrative. What about the narrative? I need you to tell me about the narrative, bro. Suck on that. You don't deserve a narrative. What narrative? The narrative's for Ghazi. Okay? Thing goes down, there are buyers. I'm buying. Thing goes back up, I'm holding. That's pretty much what it comes down to. The story's for Ghazi, just like everything else. Red candles, bestow, bad stories. That's it. Bad karma, negative. This guy's a rug. This dev's exiting. It's all over. Friends, you even saw the mantra DAO stuff, right? Dropped 92% in an hour. Surprise, surprise. Ethereum has done 5 red monthly candles in a row. Okay, I've literally said, man, like, my whole being of crypto is to teach you that when there's green candles, friends, literally they go, guess what? We've now made Viagra and you can literally have it for cereal breakfast every day. And it'll actually make you rich too. Money will grow on your ding dong. That's the type of stuff people believe on the big green repetitive 5, 6 green monthly candles. On the red monthly candles, right? It's the opposite. Where they go, you're never going to get an erection again. It's over. Trump's going to send the economy to zero. Mantra DAO, 92% down in an hour. You see, that stuff happens. Now, obviously, Mr. DeFi Pulse Pro has said you can track it all by this pmakersimple.com. Start by charting total depth. It mirrors total supply. Very interesting, sir. So we'll do that right now. Go to pmakersimple.com, which is a very welcomed clarification because a couple of the PMaker complex people will probably going to have a fit of terror about that. So this is the system deficit. If we go to where are we looking at? The depth ceiling as well. This is the total depth. All right. So look at this, friends. Actually, the total depth. Interesting. It was look at this. It was at 25.9 billion. Now it's down to 25.769 billion. See? So it's gone down. This thing has been able to go down. So I think it's going to take time. It does a daily average, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen pretty much over time. That number should start to like go down, which means remember the supply of pDAI is going down. Now, why is it important? Remember, I guess the whole story of pDAI is we think the origin addresses 170,000 Ethereum will play a role in the pegging. Okay. We don't know exactly when or how. We just think it will play a role. There's decentralized me videos where he just says it pegs it, and then we begin the next phase. The next phase, guess what, is Pulse, PulseX, EX, PX, Inc. Pump to the living heavens, beyond living heavens after that point. Okay. But when we look at it right now, that's what it is. Now, here's the thing. If your origin address collateral is Ethereum, well, you have a certain amount of dollars to cover. That's why we think the market will also figure it out. As pDAI supply gets lower, people will price in the fact that this collateral, it doesn't need to be that expensive anymore. Okay? So if you can get the 26 billion pDAI down to, some estimates, friends, I've seen, people have said it goes down to 5, which I'm like, whoa, that's so bullish. I can't, It's 26 billion now. If you just get, man, what are you going to do, friends? Imagine it goes down to 20, 15. Imagine it goes down to like 12 billion, 10 billion. That is billions of pDAI you no longer have to cover now on the collateral. That's why the market will reprice higher. Because right now they go, see, here's the thing, friends. The market right now, another way to interpret pDAI is people see this and they're like, okay, there's 170,000 Ethereum. Okay, there's 170,000 ETH. And they go, well, if you really wanted to peg it today, the price Ethereum would need to be, right, is something like let's say Ethereum went to $80,000. You have around 13.6 billion. That might be enough. It's about half of the bid, right? But look what I mean. It's effectively the market, it's computing it, and it goes, well, the odds of Ethereum getting to $80,000 is like, yes, it's less than 1%. It's like, that's why the price is this low, okay? Now, if you ask individual people, they don't tell you, I am not long because of Ethereum not being $80,000. They don't say that. But if you ask the right questions, what I've done, you can find out everybody's probabilities of events happening, and then you can basically deduce it. Okay. So the thing is, though, that's with 26 billion tokens. What if the price of Ethereum can be lowered? That's what we're getting at. If the pDAI supply can go from 26 billion, let's say it actually goes down to this number they're talking about, like 5. Oh my gosh. That means if it goes down to 5 billion, friends, you only need like 2 billion to cover the collateral. Right? That is literally about a $12,000 ETH, I think. 12,000 ETH, yeah, gives you $12,000 Ethereum by 170,000 is $2 billion. Oh my gosh, you have a peg. You have a peg. You see that? Wow. But remember, I did some Fugazi stuff. How does the supply get down? People have told me the story. It just takes a while, man. You know, friends, we're going through this. It's tough, man. It's tough. We've got disco balls and stuff out here. We've got to get the disco ball out. Disco ball is going to be spinning. It is tough, friends, because there is a path, how it happens, and people have said, yes, the supply is going to go down, but like, that's right. As it goes down, that's what you'll see, because there's less pDAI to cover. Also, I hope you understand and appreciate all my videos when I told you, because you need to get out weak hands and shake them out, there's an advantage out there. Because you got the weak hands out, a lot of the supply is in strong hands. They're not going to sell. Yeah? You don't have to worry about the Ethereum collateral as much anymore, because you know these JITs aren't selling. They're literally unshakable at this point. Okay? Now, do you see, like, but by the way, no crying in the casino. It could all go to zero. Don't know. It's literally don't know. However, if this first cycle unicorn was playing out, it's going to plan. It's the story, right? So after all of that, I want to know what you think.
Do I have your attention now? Do I have it?
Yes.
Good. I thought so.
There we go. Shout out to my friend Benny Boo. Benny Boo, BitBoy, providing that out here. God bless you, sir. I don't know where you are now. Are you out of jail or in jail? I hope he's okay. It's been a tumultuous roller coaster, friends. Just when I look at BitBoy, man, I know, man, I'm gonna be strong, but it does make me weep inside, man. He had 30 million, bro. This might be the chance to make it back for some people, by the way, if this works out. But yeah, looking at these stories and relics of the past like that, it makes you think, friends. I'm going to help a lot of people. A lot of you say I'll help you now, and I love you, appreciate you, and I do. You're welcome. But the help will also come when there will be euphoria, right? Like, people are probably going to take it beyond the nipple peg. They're probably going to peg their belly button, peg their earlobes at the same time. Just peg all types of body parts. Peg their willies. Don't show us that one. Okay, keep that for the bedroom. But when that happens, I will just gently remind everybody, hey man, leverage ruins people because they take it all on at the top of the bull, and a bear comes and crypto goes higher than you think and then lower than you think. Okay, so I'm going to order everybody, start cutting your depth now. Start cutting it. I don't care if you're taking a lot. I don't give a shit. You start cutting it now. Cut something. Cut something out. I don't care. Okay, you're going to thank me later. 12 to 18 to 24 months, all right? So it's been quite the journey just to see this nice little zip up, friends, to see the story progress. I want to know how you're thinking. We just concluded. We've done Twitter spaces and stuff out here. I love hearing all of your stories. Everyone's got unique stories, unique perspective coming out here. We love it. This is going to keep continuing. As well, you know what? Just everything's happening, okay? Fudsters, they're feeding the sting on the green candles. You've seen nothing yet, bro. You've seen nothing yet. Wait till this thing gets back to a cent, and you're going to see my peg nipple avatars roaring all over Twitter. Wait till you see that. Wait till you see the look on the people's faces when they realize there are not enough chairs to sit on because the liquidity is pulled and they can't get back their position. But for the rest of us, our nipples will remain pegged. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.